Now let us talk about these dead filmmakers. Now we've got two that died shortly after their work was released, and one that never saw the release of his work. Now, with everything that we do, we need to use critical thinking. We need to try and connect the dots and most definitely ask questions. What is it that these producers are trying to tell us, even though their work is pure fiction? Right now we have the first up, which is Pier Paolo Pasolini. Now I hope I got his name correct, and he's the director of the movie 120 Days of Sodom from 1975. Now Pierre died the same year, and it is said that he was run over several times by his own car. Now, when you understand the plot of this movie, you will realize why someone would want him dead. No, we have Stanley Kubrick. Now, Stanley Kubrick movie came out in 1999. It is Eyes Wide Shut, and he died of an heart attack very conveniently. Right now, we have to ask critical questions and connect the dots. What is it that these directors are telling us that we are not seeing? Next is David Crowley. I don't know if he's related to Aleister Crowley, but whichever way, his work is very chilling. Now, mainstream media would have you believe that his death is a murder-suicide, where David Crowley killed his wife and child and then he killed himself. No, I'm not buying none of that. And when you see the plot to his movie documentary, you will understand. Now, let us visit the plot line for some of these movies. We have first up 120 Days of Sodom. As I said before, the movie is from 1975. Now, this director, Pierre, is giving us a fictional story about four senior members of government that use the aid of Nazi henchmen to capture, right, young men and women for 120 days and subjecting them to all manner of torture, perversions, and sexual debauchery. What is it that he's trying to tell us that we missed? Now remember, this is a plot line to this movie from 1975. Now in today's society, we have our young people and our children going missing, right? And in 1975, he's highlighting wickedness in high places. So even though this movie is fiction, it is showcasing a side that many of us wasn't talking about. Now you understand why this individual had to die. The movie came out 1975 and he died the same year. That is no coincidence. Someone was very upset. Someone never wanted this movie that is fiction to be shown to the sheeple, because the sheeple have to remain asleep. They cannot understand what is going on in the dark, because we have people who have survived people smuggling, sex slavery. They come out and they tell us their stories, right? And this director shared this fictional story of government ministers kidnapping young people. My, this is where we say, is heart imitating life? Let us ask questions. Let us not just view it as pure entertainment. Now, this one, Eyes Wide Shut from Stanley Kubrick. As I said, he died a couple weeks after this movie was released, right? Now, this movie surrounds sex parties where they wear their mask and they have to have a password. Now, this is all about sex orgies, right? Showing you all the rich and the elite, how they operate. Now, apparently, how I see it, this director is telling us a fictional story, and someone is very upset because he stepped on some very powerful feet with this movie. Right now, check this one out. This one has to be the saddest one. This is from 2017 and it is Gray State. Now, it's a documentary type movie and it's showing us the future. It is showing us a dictatorship. It is showing us our civil liberties being taken away from us. Right? It is telling us about FEMA camps. Now, what do we see happening today? In 2020, what do we see happening? We're on a verge of total economic collapse. We're on a verge, right, of total panic, right? Our civil liberties have been swept under the carpet, and the sheep remain silent. So when this director David Crawley and his team decide to make this movie, it will upset some very powerful people, because the sheep must not realize what is happening. Art sometimes imitates real life, right? What is happening today? Check this movie out. It is on Netflix, and we have to pray and say, glory be to the Most High.